the level of play your defense had this week against
Such a prolific offense. We heard so much about what they could do, and you guys play without Jordan. Can you just speak to just the overall play of your defense?
Yeah, it was just relentless and just swarming to the ball. We knew that they had an elite offense with an elite quarterback back there, and they have elite playmakers on the perimeters. So yeah, it was really just swarming to the ball. And like you said, with Birch being down that game, it was just a next man up mentality. Like young guys like Matayo and Tatum stepping up on the edges. Coach always preaches next man up mentality, and these guys are tested in practice. Young guys are going to be tested in the fire to see if they can roll with the ones or whether that's a two. And it gets mixed up, right? So that always comes down to our preparation in practice. Just getting guys ready and them stepping up to the challenge.
Jeff, a really big picture question here. But you were one of the few guys left from the 21 win there. One of the few guys left even from the beginning of the 22 season, and Dan's tenure beginning with 49-3. How different is this feeling, and from a player perspective, just the process that went into, if the gap was 49-3 2.5 seasons ago to the top, and you just went toe-to-toe and beat one of the top, from a player perspective, how did this program get there in the last 2.5 seasons?
Yeah, the word is simple. Work. Work and believing in one another. Offensively, defensively, and special teams wise. We got better, or we've been growing each year. In all three phases. And again, it just goes down to guys believing in one another. Guys coming together, believing and trusting in the coaches as well. Bringing in great guys like Jabbar. With the transfer portal being a great thing now. Just bringing in those guys and just having us all mold together, right? And knowing that we have an end goal in mind, but we always got to take it one day, day by day, and play by play, right? And I think that we showed that very well today.
All right, Dak.
This is one of the games that you were brought here for. One of these matchups you brought here for. Now that you've got this experience, you guys got this win. What is just your feeling after the game? And kind of walk me through that.
Yeah, obviously we're going to try to enjoy it tonight, but shoot, tomorrow we right back at it. I think we play on Friday next week. So we probably going to nip this one in the bud and get the film done and start watching film on Purdue.
Matayo, just can you speak to stepping in? Obviously some very big shoes. How different, if at all, was like the role you played compared to what you were planning to do? Say earlier in the week even, and just what did it feel like to step up like that for your team?
Yeah, just preparing during the week, and then during the week, bursts go down. So just knowing like I'm gonna have more reps, but it's really just doing my job. Everybody on the defense do their 111. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna come out with a result that we want. So just everybody doing their job. Yeah, I'd say that. Just more like inside stuff, I guess. Just kind of taking over the stuff he did.
Jabbar,
obviously you played in a lot of big games in your career, but the emotions of being on the field, fans storming the field, one of the biggest wins in this program's history.
Yeah.
What was that like for you, just being in that?
Yeah, just to transfer, man, to be a part of a win like this is really special. It's kind of something you dream about. It's kind of something you write down at the beginning of the year when you're doing your goals and everything like that. So just to be with these guys and the camaraderie that we've built with each other, like Jeff, the leader, man, just to be around him and he's encouraging guys and keeping us on our P's and Q's. And, man, that defense, man, just being around those guys every day, messing with those guys every day, especially the DBs. Those are my guys, man. So just being a part of this room, being a part of a win like this with this team, man, is special for sure.
On the left, second row, Eric.
For all three of you guys, you're on the field there and the game's kind of on the line and kind of on your guys' back. When he slides and the clock hits 0, just immediate reactions. What's going on in your head? And I guess it's kind of a sigh of relief, I guess.
Yeah, I kind of seen it. So I was actually in coverage, and I seen him slide, and I just looked at Coach Lanning, and I seen him take his headset off and start running to the field. So when I seen that, I'm like, dang, we did it. You know what I'm saying? We won. But then the crowd started rushing the field and everything like that. So that was kind of like my first reaction. I just looked at Coach Lanning. I seen him take his headphones off, face get all red, everything like that. And that was kind of my first reaction.
Yeah, same thing. I was in coverage a little bit, kind of being like a free player, right? And then right when I seen the quarterback scramble, I had seen that he had a lane. So, I was going up to, kind of get him down before they could, before the time ran out, right? So, Right when he slid, looking up at the big board, right, and seeing that clock hit 0, and just like he said, looked over at landing, looked over at the sideline, and just seeing all the fans storming the field, and I dropped to the floor. I was in, just in shock. You know what I mean? Just that we did it. It wasn't pretty, but we got it done, right? Going up against a great team, right? So that was really it for me. Just joy and excitement.
Front left, Max.
For Jeff, just with the linebackers on this team, it feels like you guys are rotating so freely, whether it's you and Justin, you and Bryce. Just where do you guys feel like you're at as a linebacker core, and what allows you guys to play so well off each other?
Yeah, versatility. I think, with us being able to rotate so much, versatility, keeping guys fresh, and then also just knowing that, everybody has the same skill set kind of in the room, right? We have guys that can cover, guys that can, play man-to-man on running backs, receivers, tight ends, et cetera, right? And just like I said, keeping guys fresh, making sure guys are always, sometimes we're going to be playing the hot hand. If somebody's having a good game, they might, play more snaps than one another. But guys just being on the same level, and then the love that we have for each other in the room. We know that, all that little 4-man rotation that we have right now, we know that it's huge competition going on right now, right? So just the love and belief that we have in one another.
All right, Chris.
Yeah, Jeff, can you just talk about that final drive and knowing that the pressure was on the defense to get the stop, to get the win, and what that moment is like for you to have kind of that pressure on your shoulders?
Yeah, I like to say pressure makes diamonds, right? And us going on defense, talking on the sideline right before the field goal was kicked from the offense, just on the sideline talking it up, like, "Whoa, look, we're gonna win this game on defense, right?" And headed into the fourth quarter, I had brought the whole team up and just kind of telling them, like, this is the time to earn your respect and time to finish it out, right? So. Speaking more defensively wise, it was kind of just, let's finish this game on defense. Everybody be smart. Everybody stay in coverage. We do this every practice, right? We're always putting these crazy moments in practice, and we always come out successful. So it came alive today.
Hey there, Lane Higgins from the Wall Street Journal. This is for any of you. And I don't know how much you guys pay attention to this, but on paper, you guys came in as underdogs, even though, you're undefeated, you have a veteran quarterback, you're playing at home, and you're number 3 in the country. Like, obviously, these are the kinds of games that are maybe a little bit more rare in college football, and that you're getting a number 2 versus number 3. But is that something that you guys kind of thought about at all going into this, and that technically, you guys were underdogs on paper?
I mean, a little bit. More so towards the end of the week, though. As far as Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we was kind of like just taking it day by day, out there practicing super hard and everything like that, keeping the main goal. But I think Coach Landon presented it to us, I think Friday. He presented it to us and told us that we were underdogs in our own stadium and things like that. So it kind of lit a fire up under us a little bit. But as far as throughout the week, man, we was just take it day by day.
Back left.
Jabbar, I'm Ty Patterson with the Jim Thorpe Award. So we actually flew out here to see you, and so we just wanted to know, you've had a fantastic career. How do you handle adversity or setbacks during a game, and what motivates you to bounce back and perform at a high level?
Yeah, that's something I kind of struggled with early on. I played like high school, just knowing that if I give up a catch, I kind of get in my head a little bit. But just maturing and getting older, knowing that those guys are on scholarship too. You plan to get some of the opponent's best guys on the field as far as receivers go. But I've kind of grew just every single day throughout my career. Obviously, I'm a vet now, so things like that don't really bother me no more. It's on to the next play.
Back middle, Aaron.
Jeff, I know we talked a lot about kind of that last drive, but from the start of the game, it seemed like the defense had a lot of juice. You came up with that ball that you probably thought was an interception that ended up not being. But then on the next play to see Derek go and recover that fumble, put the offense in a great position to score, to kind of push you guys back on track. Just I'm interested, was the message kind of heading into the game where you were able to kind of get that juice? And how were you able to kind of convince the defense to kind of bounce back, to keep fighting, to get that fumble recovery and not give up on those balls?
Yeah, just keeping poise, just simply keeping our poise, right? We always like to say that we got to put out the fire, even if we're put in crazy situations where we're their offense got the ball in great field position, and they got higher percentages of scoring, right? So we always like to say put out the fire. Right, we know that we have guys that can dominate at an elite level, and we all got trust and belief in for one another, right? So it's really just the message going on to the defense, really just keeping our poise, just doing your job. We know that we're going to have great calls that can, go up against, any run or pass that they do call, right? So just keeping our poise and doing our job at an elite level.
Last question, back middle, Ronald.
For any of you guys, Coach Dan, talked about filling for Birch not being able to go today. For what you guys are able to share, were you guys able to, have any message to him prior to the game or even after the game in celebration?
Before the game, I just kind of dapped him up and told him, I love him, praying for him and things like that. I also shot him a text when I actually found out what happened. But man, if you know Birch, man, Birch all smiles. As big as he is, he's not a serious dude. He's not going to be moping around all mad. He was the same old Birch, and for him to do that in that situation, in that predicament, knowing that he wants to play this game, my hats go off to him. So I just kind of told him I love him, I'm there for him, and I'm praying for him.
Yeah, I feel like I'm pretty close with Birch since we kind of play the same position. But, after he got hurt and I seen him, like after the practice, the next time I saw him, he was just like, "You got me, twin? You got me?" I'm like, "I got you, twin." So, yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. Lastly, I've been really close with Birch this whole offseason. Just wanted to get close with him. Yeah, I consider him as my best friend, really. A guy that I talk to every day, a guy that I chop it up with every day. So, unfortunate that he went down, but, shot him a text. And, just letting him know that, I had his back, right? And then he actually shot me a text this morning. That was kind of funny, just like a little meme that he was saying, like, it was like a little meme of somebody like praying. It was like, I pray all my dogs eat today or something like that I thought was funny. But, just knowing, just like Jabbar said, Birch is, lovable guy, happy guy. So, it was really not, it wasn't sad to see him. Like he's never sad on the sideline, even if he wasn't playing, right? So, just keeping him, seeing him in spirits, just happy and stuff, kept us happy as well.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, y'all.